Second third-round pick, Siaki Ika, talked about playing with Myles Garrett.
He hasn't reached out, but I'm looking forward to when he does. He don't know this, but he's going to be my best friend. So that's my goal as of right now, is to be best friends with Myles. But I'm real excited to play with him.
Dalvin Tomlinson, is he a guy you've watched in the past or studied at all?
Oh, yeah. More just recently. You know, once I figured out that I'm coming here trying to get try to, know the other players here. So I'm excited. Like I said earlier, excited to get in and help stop the run, and I feel like me and him can do it.
And Tim, Ika's an engaging guy. I mean, it was a couple minutes of his thing, and it's like, okay, I see what they like. The thing that was really impressive, I said earlier, though, Jim Schwartz, the call when they told him he was picked, the enthusiasm Schwartz had isn't something he's going to manufacture.
Yeah, and obviously, this feels like a Jim Schwartz influence pick, and I think, when you have the cloud of a defensive coordinator like Jim Schwartz and the reputation he has, you let him have a couple guys that he goes for. Ika was a guy I was initially liked way back at the beginning of the process, but as it went along, he did not test well the combine. He was a guy that kind of slid for me a little bit, but I 100% see why the Browns picked him. I mean, a big guy, 335 pounds, probably could even slim down, get into the low 330s or even the 320s, depending on what the Browns want. But I mean, you cannot ignore the emphasis that Andrew Berry has put on that defensive tackle position. I mean, in the last 2 months alone, they've added almost 650 pounds of football players with Ika and Dalvin Tomlinson. And we know how small the Browns defensive tackles were last year, how easily they got pushed around the run game. With those two guys in there, it'll be much tougher to push them and create those running lanes that we see him do. Ika, I think, I've said before, defensive tackles are going to take a while to really adjust because he's got to learn, going up against grown men who are probably stronger than he is, more athletic than he's used to seeing on a daily basis. So I wouldn't expect too much out of him just because, again, it's a hard position to adjust to. But, he'll be playing between some guys who have been there, done that, like Myles Garrett and Dalvin Tomlinson, like you said, and it seems like he's got the right attitude for what he's stepping into.